So we're back with another video, and today I wanted to kind of give you a bit of a recap on some of the content that I shared on stage at, I'm speaking today, and also I spoke yesterday at a beauty and aesthetics business conference. And the content went down really, really well yesterday, and I just thought, you know what, I think maybe you'd find it useful because I didn't get a chance to record it whilst I was on stage. Now, the majority of people, whenever I go to speak, what they want to know is, from a social media point of view, how do we go out there and get more business today? That's the question that I always get posed with. And I thought, you know what? Let's rewrite a whole new presentation and take people through the specific steps, the key things, which really, really make a difference. Now, I have no idea how quickly I can get through all of this. So depending on how long this video is, I may do a part 2 tomorrow and get it all recorded as well. Otherwise, I'll try and get it in one. But the place where I always start with all of this, and I think it surprises quite a few, is from social media's perspective. You look at all the platforms that are out there, there's seven or nine key platforms depending on what industries you're in. If you look at what social media's purpose is, most people have a lead generation mindset for it, and that's actually one of the things which sets people back. People are trying to sell on the platform, they're trying to move people too quickly on this platform, and unfortunately it just pushes people away a lot of the time. So I always say, if you can have a brand first mindset where actually social media, the content that you're creating, the stuff that you're putting time into posting, if you can create that content with the sheer mindset of, I want this to inspire, entertain, or educate, and you don't ask for anything, you're just giving, you're going to be able to set yourself up for success, right? So that's the mindset piece that you need with social. But before we start getting active into it, we need to actually take a step back and go, right, for us to be able to capitalize on all of the brand awareness that we're doing, we need to be able to monetize it. And so we therefore need to look at, where are we looking at sending all of the social media traffic to? And this is where a lot of the lost opportunity is, right? So especially in the beauty and aesthetics world, especially in any business that I look at the moment, the biggest problem is the fact it's not traffic, it's not leads. People have got leads, and if you haven't got leads, I'm going to be talking to you about it in a second, about how you go about getting it. But the biggest problem is conversion. So we can go out there and we can get 100 leads, but if we were to put 100 strangers through your sales process, the sales process is either non-existent or it doesn't work at a high enough level to be able to give us a return on either the money or the time that we've spent buying, acquiring, earning that traffic. And so we have to have a look at how your buyers buy, right? And so there's the first stage. Whenever I work with anybody, whether it's in our £50 a month membership or whether I'm working with someone one-to-one, I've got to take a look at how you're taking a stranger and you're building that process to them becoming a customer. We need to make sure that that is airtight, and it needs to be tested with organic traffic before paid. So with your audience that you've already got. Because if it's not going to convert warm audiences, it isn't going to convert a cold one when we turn it on. So we have to have a look at your website, your sales funnel, whatever you want to call it. You have to have a look at where you're sending that traffic to. At that point, there's a few key things that I'm looking at. I want to make sure that there's a video on that website, on that sales funnel, that actually showcases the best version of you, why you do what you do, how you help people, and what it is that you're offering. That has to be really, really clear. And with all of this stuff, if you want notes to all of this, if you just pop a comment below with the word notes or something, just share something, just to let me know that you're enjoying it and you would like the notes, this summarized. And if you could like the video as well, I would be really, really grateful. We're doing well on the likes. We had 15 likes on the last one. I'm looking to try and keep increasing it. So it takes 2 seconds and it just shows me that you're finding interest in these. So yeah, if you could like the video, that would be amazing. But yeah, going back to it, the process that we've got to have a look at, we've got to get that video in place, and we've got to make sure the call to action is something that people want to do. And I know this probably sounds really, really simple, but you'll be so surprised with how many people just have random call to actions in there, tick box exercises that they've not really thought too much about. And actually, like, if you look at just the sheer numbers, so I track everything. I use link tracking software built in our system, but you can use any others, right? Bitly, SweetPage, like whatever you want to use. You track the links, and if no one's clicking that link, you know that nobody wants it, or they're not seeing it, one of the two. Now, your job is to make sure that people see it, to then be able to work out if people want it. You need to be doing something to be able to get back the data, and if you're not doing that, you're leaving a lot of opportunity on the table. So, spoken for about 3 and a bit minutes there on like the front end. So like, not the front end, sorry, like the back end, the website, the funnel, like making sure your videos are on there, your call to actions are on there. I speak for about 3.5 hours on back end systems. I'm not going to do that in today's video because it will send you all to sleep. But getting that back end airtight is absolutely critical. And so like, if you need help with it, just ask me. I'm more than happy to look at the way that you're funneling your traffic. Part two of that, which is the bit that I wanted to spend a bit more time on, is then your traffic, because that's what people pay me to come and speak on stages for. So for me, the way that I simplify it, I didn't create this, it's something that I've just known. It's business 101. 3 ways in which you get new traffic, new followers, new connections, whatever. Number one is that you buy it. So you go out there, you pay Facebook, Instagram, Google, YouTube. ChatGPT ads will be coming in and it'll be a lot more favorable at some point. But you pay a platform to serve up your content to then be able to have new people see it. Those people are then funneled through into your sales process, right? So you got to take the traffic and you drive through it. So you buy it. Now, people jump in either too early or too late, very rarely in the middle, and find the sweet spot. So too early is where your process doesn't convert, so you end up setting fire to money. Too late is where you're putting so much effort into your organic efforts, so the two that are coming up in a second, that actually you forget that you could accelerate things and go a lot quicker if you were to put ad spend behind it. You don't need to spend huge amounts of money. You can start off with £10 a day, move up to £50 a day, move up to £100 a day, £250 a day, £500 a day, as and when you progress. Like, it's just about conversion. All I look at is the cost per customer and the lifetime value of customer. That's all I'm looking at. And Facebook, Instagram, Google, they all give you these metrics when you look at them. But there's so much that you can do. So number one is you can buy it. Nobody should ever, if you've got a converting process, ever have a lead generation problem, because you can go out there and you can buy the traffic. Here you go, Facebook, here's £50. Give me some leads, and then you can convert it, right? So buying it is number one. Number two is that you borrow it. So you go out there, you could be interviewed on podcasts, you could be collaborating with others, working on their like trading email lists. You can do lots of things where you go out there, you provide information in return for exposure. So you're collaborating and you're borrowing other people's audiences. I do this on stages. So like today and yesterday, I was on a stage. Someone invited me to come speak on the stage. I will then look at getting everybody to follow me on social media. I then add more value on social media. They then enter the sales process if they're the right fit. So for me, I go and borrow a lot of audiences as well as buying audiences. I do all three of these. The third one is the one that most people focus in on, and actually is probably the one that takes the longest to give a real long-lasting result, and that is by building your audience. That is through content creation. And there are lots of other little bits and pieces that you can do, but the majority of the time, if you're looking to build your audience, build traffic, it is about posting. Now, posting is painful for lots of people, right? And most people will always ask, like, how often should I be posting? People don't like the answer to this, but if you're doing it once a week, it's almost a waste of time, because you're just being outposted by everybody else. And so with it, we are no longer in what we call social media right now. The way that these algorithms are working, I don't claim to know everything about them. What I'm going to say to you is extremely obvious. But when it comes to these algorithms, it is no longer showing you what your cousin was doing yesterday. It's no longer showing you what your sister's doing. It's no longer showing you what your best mates are doing. It is showing you what you believe you are interested in. So like for me at the moment, I've got a baby due in October. I also got married recently. And so like over that time frame, if I think back to when I got engaged, suddenly I've got loads of wedding, like engagement type content coming in. Then suddenly we're planning the wedding, and suddenly I've got all wedding planning information in there. Then we fell pregnant. Now I've got loads of baby stuff that's in there. Like the algorithms shift depending on your interests and what it is that you're searching for. And therefore it is really important that we only create content that there is interest around. And so my top tip to anyone is basically go and have a look at everything that you've created so far. If you're brand new, don't worry, there's different things that you can do. I'll do another video on that. But if you're someone that has been actively posting, head to your Instagram account, head to your LinkedIn account, whatever you need to do, whatever platform you use, and just go and search by your most popular videos. So click into Instagram Reels, you can see at the top there's a button that you can click and you can see what your most popular Reels are. From there, that should give you a bit of an idea of what you should be posting more of and what you should be posting less of. The views do not lie. Like with this stuff, you're looking at the videos that have got the most amounts of views on them, and you look at it and you go, right, if that one's got 2,000 and that one's got 200, why has that one got 2,000? For an aesthetics clinic, normally the 2,000 video is the one where they're showcasing the treatment, showcasing how it works, showcasing the detail of it. For the people, the videos that got 200 views, normally it's like a graphic or it is a talking head video. Both very, very different. One's really interested in, the other people aren't interested in. And so therefore content performance is determined by how interested people are in what it is that you're sharing. We need to stop taking content creation and the results that content gives us personally. You don't need a big account to succeed. You just need to get better at the skill. Okay, and that's something that I've been practicing for a number of years now. I'm still not the best at it. I still don't get millions of views. I really have built a business off the back of borrowing audiences, buying audiences, and then huge amount of building, but not expecting a huge amount from it at a huge speed, because the way that I create is very different to others. And being really honest, I've been complacent for years, haven't tried that hard, and I've spent that much time helping other people that I kind of just forgot to help myself. But now this is me trying to do that. Now this is a 10-minute talking head video. Will this do particularly well? Probably not. However, what I'm hoping to do is, by adding this much value to you, that you enjoy the video, you like it, you subscribe to the channel, you keep coming back, and you realize how much I know about what it is that I'm talking about and how passionate I am about what I talk about. And so with all of this, there's 2 more sections to this video around optimization and conversion, which I'm not going to talk about now. I'm going to leave that for tomorrow's video. But if you are enjoying this, just let me know in the comment section, right? Just find a way to tell me that you're watching this and you're enjoying it, because it is encouragement for me, and I'm being really selfish and just asking, because for me, if you don't ask, you don't get. So please do me a favor, just let me know that you're watching this. And yeah, I will answer any questions that you've got, and I will see you all tomorrow after I've spoken today at this event, and I'll feedback on how it went. And I'll also feedback on how the webinar went last week and how it went, because one of our best ones, lowest turnout of the year, but one of our highest converting. Now that's something to tune in for if you're interested in converting traffic through presentations, something that I'll talk about in a couple of days. Have a good one. See you tomorrow. Ta-ra. Bye-bye.